Hi, I'm Dave Campbell, President of the Commercialization Team for Everyday Edisons. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the market, about commercializing products, maybe share a few insights about what it really takes to get products out into the market. One of the things that gets asked a lot by inventors is how do I commercialize my product and what is really the process that it takes. So I want to address that with you today. I will tell you that there's an old saying that they say the wheels of justice can turn very slowly. Well, let me tell you, the wheels of retail turn even slower. And it's a very arduous and can be a very difficult process. So let me just share a few insights. One of the things I think is a common misconception from inventors is just about how quickly or how easily you can bring a product to a customer and get them to accept it and put it into their stores. And the key point is the planning timeline or the planning cycle. Retailers work extremely far out, and in fact they do so very formally and with tremendous lead time. And let me explain. One of the key elements of the decision process with retailers is the line review. And this is a process where buyers look at products and review categories every single year. And it is very common. It could absolutely happen to your product. You could bring us the greatest product of all time tomorrow that is perfect for a retailer like a Walmart, and we excitedly charge into Walmart, and they could have just finished their planning cycle and their execution of that cycle last week. And we all of a sudden now are facing a year of wait to get back in step. That is one of the real challenges that we face as Everyday Edisons, is how do we bring a wide range of products to the market and bring it to the retailers in a timeline that really does make sense. I mentioned the line review process by retailers, and let me go into that in just a bit more detail. It is not uncommon for retailers to start that process anywhere from 6 to 9 months before they actually execute products at the store level. And some categories, based on what they are, could be as far as 12 to 18 months in advance. So one of the things that we try to do all the time is to try to get our products in step or in alignment with when the buyers want to look at it. And I have to tell you, one of the real misconceptions from inventors is I don't care how great a product is, it does have to be in sync or in step with the process. You know, just because we have a great product does not mean a buyer is in a position where they really want to look at it at the time we bring it to them. Inventors often ask me, what does it take to get inside the buyer's head, or what does it take to motivate and get a buyer to say yes? Well, let me share just a few of the pieces of what the buyers are facing and how they are measured. One of the things that buyers are measured by their companies is based on growing their sales, increasing their margins, and then taking the inventory that they purchase and making it produce or be as highly productive as possible. So where that's important for us is that we are always having to bring the product to the buyers at the price that they need that will satisfy their metrics and help them raise their revenue and raise their margins, while at the same time bringing in products that are really going to produce in turn. So major hurdles and challenges. But one of the things that I get asked a lot is, why didn't you get the sale? We go all the time and we present and we do everything that we possibly can to get products in the market, and buyers still do say no. And people ask all the time, well, why? Well, I will tell you that one of the biggest things that is a hurdle is that whenever you bring something new to someone, the natural tendency is to think, wow, everybody will be excited about my idea and my new product, and nobody in their right mind would not put it in their stores. But I will tell you, when we bring new things to them, we bring potential excitement, but we also bring risk, because they don't know if our products will sell. They don't know if your idea is the one that's going to outproduce the product that they remove to put it in its place. So please understand that buyers are always viewing us as potential opportunity, but they also see us as risk. And it's our job to make sure that we overcome or mitigate that risk factor. And that is a huge challenge. And that's a big reason sometimes why buyers do say no, in spite of all of our best efforts. In my role as head of commercialization, I am constantly talking to inventors about commercializing their products. And I get asked so many questions, but the most common question I get is, how are you going to do it, Dave? How is your team going to go about getting my product in the market? And believe me, every inventor has their ideas of what they think it takes. And we try to listen to that and use it, but let me share a little bit of how it really works. The typical process to be successful with buyers is to do a preview meeting. And what we try to do always is to get the products out as early in the development cycle as we can and show them to customers and get their buy-in and get their excitement, and frankly also get their input and ideas of how to make the product better or to bring it to them in a way that will make a no turn into a yes. But I will tell you that is a critical piece. The next phase then is the formal line review itself. And as when the buyers are inviting other suppliers in to formally look at products and consider them for their stores. That process itself could take anywhere from 1 to maybe as many as 4 months sometimes to just go through the review of products. During that review, we can begin selling prototypes, we can show them examples, but once the line review is over, we typically have a 2 to 4 week window to come back then with something in a tangible form that buyer can touch, feel, and see, so they know what's going to go into their stores. We then at that point commit our program, we make our pricing decisions, and we put it on the table, and then we're done. And at that point, it's up to the buyer decision to say yes or no. If we're fortunate and we get a yes, then the process starts for execution, and we're looking at anywhere from another 6 to sometimes 8 months before the products actually make it onto the shelf. So the point in all this is to let you know that there is a really formal process. There are specific steps that we have to go through, and we make an attempt to always be putting our best foot forward and being aligned with what the buyers are looking for at each step of the game. But I will tell you folks, it's a journey, and it's a very tough one. In summary about commercialization, let me tell you, the most important aspect of it all is the product itself. You know, a great product can sell. A great salesman or an average salesman can sell a great product. A great salesman can't always sell an average product. So I will tell you, as important as all the variables are, the most critical piece of all is having the right product. And that is the hardest piece of it, but it is the most important. So inventors, please keep it in mind as you look at your products and you bring products to us. Please be thinking about the execution, not just the idea or how to hatch your item, but how to get it on the shelf and how to get retailers to get as excited about your idea as you are. Any help that you can provide in the process, it'll help you develop a better product, it'll help you bring a better product to us, and it will help us achieve better results with your idea. So it's all about the product, folks.